Hi, good evening, and a warm welcome to all of you in today's webinar. We'll allow a couple of minutes to all the participants to join in and settle down, and then we'll get started. So let's wait for everyone to join in, and then we'll get started with today's session. In the meantime, firstly, I'll quickly check into the live stream because most of you would like to have
Hi, good evening,
access.
and a warm welcome to
Sorry.
all of you in today's webinar.
Sorry, the live stream went live on the other monitor. So let me just close it down. Perfect. So, and sorry, my laptop is acting up a little bit today. So just bear with me on that. All right. Sorry for the interruption because of the live stream. But as I was mentioning, that most of you would like to have the recording, and that's why it is crucial. It is important that all of you have the recording, and that's why the live stream is important. And another important point that I would want to discuss with you before we get started, and that is around how we are going to interact in today's session. Is I'm going to take you through a number of AI tools and I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to explain the use cases. Now, it is not necessary that everything that I'm saying is understood or is clear, or you may have different opinion. So in that case, how are you going to ask your question, or if you have a doubt, etc. So how are you going to get that clarified? Now, for that, you have to use the Q&A option. So down below, if you look at, that's where you'll find an option which has a question mark on it. So that is the option that you have to use for asking the question. I'm just reiterating the facts because most of you, I believe, are already familiar with participating in webinars, and also it is a little unnecessary information that I'm sharing, but this is for everyone's reference because there may be someone, a single person who does not know and he wants to ask a question. But if I don't explain that this is the process that you have to follow, you may have a question, a genuine question, which you wanted to have an answer. I would have loved to answer that, but because you didn't knew, that's where you were not able to ask the question. So that's why I'm just sharing that in case you're feeling like, why is he wasting your time explaining this? Everyone knows that. Yes, I understand, but there are people who are not that tech savvy and they may have a little unawareness about these things. The second is chat. Chat is commonly used for member interaction. So you're participating in the webinar. So if you want to interact, you can do that. I would not advise adding your question in the chat because then there's a possibility that because there's a lot of exchange happening, I may miss out. So if you have to ask a question to me, then use Q&A. If you have to interact with other wonderful business owners who are also joining us here today, then you can use the chat option, and I will also seek your inputs, etc., your point of view if I want to understand. For that, we are going to use the chat option. All right, so this is where I think we should now get started. So, once again, good evening and a warm welcome to all the participants in today's webinar, where we are going to discuss about very interesting AI tools and how you are going to leverage them. And that's where I'm now going to start sharing my screen and we will proceed ahead. Now, before I do that, I would like to have a quick input from few of you regarding the audio. Although in the audio meter, I can see it is working fine, but still, if you can, if someone from the audience can confirm that you're able to hear me, that will be nice. Sorry. As I mentioned, my laptop is acting up, so just let me close few windows and that should save us a little bit of bandwidth or processing capacity, and that should allow us to move ahead. All right, perfect. Now it is working reasonably well. So this is where let me start sharing my screen. And I can see a number of participants have confirmed about the audio that you are able to hear me properly. That is wonderful. Thank you, all of you, for confirming that. And now I've started sharing my screen. Again, I will request few of the participants to confirm using the chat that you are able to see my screen. I've just started sharing my screen, so my screen should be visible. I am visible or not, that does not matter. If I'm also visible, wonderful. But my screen should be visible. That is more important. And I can see in the chat uh, participants are confirming that the screen is visible. Wonderful. Let's move ahead. And before we move ahead, there's a small little disclaimer I just thought of sharing here. And this is where also I'm not going to read what is written on the screen. I'll just quickly share. The AI tools that we are going to share in today's webinar, they are based on our experience. Most of the tools that I'm going to recommend, we use them on a daily basis. So these are based on our recommendation. There can be a possibility that there is a better AI tool. So we are not saying, or I'm not saying that these are the best AI tools that you can find for that use case. There may be better, but this is based on our experience and how you are going to use case. So based on a particular use case, this is a recommended AI tool. Now, any of the AI tools that we are going to share today, none of them has sponsored this webinar. So there's no buys, etc. These are purely based on our experience, the recommendation that we are going to share. I'm also going to recommend or share a few of the paid solutions which are also there. And that is something which I'm doing based on the recommendations that I've received from participants like you. So in my previous webinars, few of the participants asked, why don't you also share with us which are the paid solutions, a much more feature-rich paid solutions which are available. So I'm also going to include those in today's session. Now, let's quickly move ahead. And I believe many of you may be knowing me personally, but let me share a quick introduction about myself. My name is Adnan. I'm Director SME E-commerce Growth at GlobalLinker. My functional or my focus area at GlobalLinker is digital commerce, but I also actively work on sharing knowledge or information with business owners like you. Because in today's day and age, there is no dearth of technology or IT or AI solutions. There are many, many, many solutions available. But the challenge is that we are unaware. So the gap is not the technology or the solutions, the gap is how to use them. That's where the challenge lies. And that is where we try to contribute as much as possible by conducting many, many workshops, conferences, workshops, webinars, etc. And I have personally conducted more than 500 webinars in various countries and had the wonderful opportunity of connecting and sharing a little bit of knowledge with about 12,000 business owners. So that is a quick introduction about myself. I'm going to share my contact details, and all of you are more than welcome to connect with me, interact with me, or if you want to get your business reviewed, if you want to seek recommendations on how you can improve your digital presence and how you can work on achieving your objective. And every business's objective is to grow their sales. So I'll be more than happy to help and guide you. All right. So that was a quick introduction about myself. Now let's proceed ahead. Let's begin. Now, uh, for the benefit of everyone's understanding and also to keep the discussion a little structured, because in one of the previous webinars, we just went through the AI tools which were there and we discussed like many, many, almost 20, 30 AI tools. But what I also realized, and this is a feedback which I received from participants like you, but also my personal realization when I went through the recording, I realized that this one was we were all over the use cases. And second, because it was not a structured information that you were receiving. And the challenge is that if you're not receiving or not consuming the information in a structured manner, then the retention is relatively low. Right? That is also a challenge with social media, because social media also provides you a lot of information, but it is not a structured learning. And that's why your retention is so low. However, if we just put a little effort and structure it out, that's where you will be able to retain that, because you'll be able to connect it with a problem, you'll be able to connect it with a use case, and that will help you retain it in a better way. So that's why I've done this uh, activity of creating certain use cases. And for each use cases, now we are going to evaluate the AI tools. So hope this helps you in understanding the use cases and understanding the usability or how to use a particular AI tool. All right. So what are the broad use cases that we are going to go through or understand? The first one is online store, something which is very close to my heart. Second is search engine optimization. This is also something purely based on members' recommendation, because some bit of SEO discussion we will be doing in the online store. But I've deliberately kept it as one of the use case, because many of the participants in past have asked that this is a gray area for us, and this where fortunately now there are AI tools, but we don't know how to use them. So that's why you have the second use case, which is the search engine optimization. The third use case is lead generation. This is another point or use case that I've added based on the participants' feedback, and not just the webinar participants. In general, I interact a lot with SMEs, and almost every business owner that I interacted had this problem. How can we generate leads online, and how can we leverage AI, right? So generating leads online is something that relatively, there are things available, tools available, but can we use AI and not the paid ones, the simple chat GPT or Gemini that anyone and everyone has? Can we use that? The answer is yes. And how you can use that, I'm also going to explain. There are paid platforms also available, and I've included them in the discussion. So we'll discuss that. Then you have social media. Social media, any business and every business has to be active on social media. And that is where another challenge lies. How do we create content? Are there AI tools available? Yes, they are available, and you will be able to understand how to use them. And lastly is photo and video creation. This is also something not all of you will have a use for it, but I recommend strongly that all of you should put a little bit of your time in understanding and chalking out a strategy how you are going to leverage video for your business growth, for your future business growth, because video is the next thing. That's how the commerce is going to happen. So that's where try to understand, try to leverage, and create as many videos as you can, so that the customers can understand, your prospective customers can understand, you have a good presence on the internet, etc., etc. So let's not spend our time discussing that. We'll discuss the AI tools. So these are the broad use cases that we are going to discuss in today's webinar, and also understand the various AI tools that you can leverage. All right, so let's begin. The first broader use case that we are discussing is the online store. So the online store, what all we are going to discuss, or what are the pain areas, and this is again not just based on my imagination, this is again based on user feedback and user interaction. So the areas where we are going to discuss, or the pain points which are there, and where I am going to recommend AI tools that you can use, are product content creation, which is a very, very significant and big problem area. Then you have product images generation, and you have business logo. Not a common one, because many of you will be having or must be having a business logo, but this is for businesses who don't have a logo and you want to create a logo. So then you have business content, and then banners. It is not necessary we are going to discuss it in this order. We'll just go through it, and we'll try to discuss all these use cases. Now, for a moment, if we close our eyes and we try to think of a website, online store website, e-commerce website, to be more precise. So what does it has? It has product content, your product information. It has product visuals, right? It has business content about us, etc. right? Then you have some visuals, banners, and obviously it has logo. So almost 90 or 95%, or I think almost 99% of the content or visuals that you need for your website, you can create it using AI, right? So for a moment, if you just try to visualize it, this is the entire content, everything that you need for the website. You can create it using AI, and there are free AI tools that are available which you can easily leverage. Let's understand which are these AI tools. So I'm going to switch the tab or browser, and I'm going to take you to another window, and this is where I've created browser tabs for ease of understanding. Otherwise, we will keep getting lost. So the first use case where we will discuss about how you are going to leverage AI is the product content creation. Now, there are two options which are available to you. The one is we have embedded AI in your own online store, and you can leverage that. So this is where for a moment I'm going to take you to the control panel or the seller panel. So this is a demonstration account which I'm currently logged in case you're wondering what is this. So this is a demonstration account. I'm currently logged in, and uh, I have opened a product upload screen, which you can see here. Let me just refresh it. It seems to be not loading up. All right, so the screen has loaded up back. Now, what I wanted to show you is how you can use the integrated AI solution for content creation. How you are going to use that. So there's the product upload interface, which we all use to upload the product, right? Now, this is where if you click on get AI suggestions, you can go to the summary box, and that's where you can click on it. Now, it will open this interface. Let's upload a common product, basmati rice. So organic organic basmati rice, and I've given the product name, and I will also add a brief description. All right, so I've written few words here. Now you must be thinking he could have just created this content already to save our time. I've not done that deliberately because I wanted to show you that with how little information, right? This is like few words I've written. I've written 3 words for the product name and like 10 words for the description. And the last thing that we have to specify is the target audience. So importers of organic basmati rice from India. And we'll click on generate. And now the AI will do its magic. Now, why am I recommending this AI solution as the first solution? This is a obvious thing, an obvious question that must be coming to your mind. The reason is this AI solution or this AI output is customized to give you a search engine optimized content, and that is as per the industry best practice. You can also use ChatGPT, and in few minutes I'm going to show you how to use it. But that's where you will notice that the content is not optimized as per the industry best practice, but here it is optimized as per the industry best practice. So you'll get a crisp and high quality output. So that's why I am recommending. So here you can see it has created the product title. And if we are not happy with the product title, we can obviously ask it to regenerate it. This is where it has created the summary description. It has created the long description. It has created the meta title, meta description, and keywords. So everything which we need for a product upload, all of that is already created by it. And all we have to do is to click on this key, and the content will get added. Now, at any given point in time, so I've added this content here. But later I realized that, okay, this is not very nice. I would want to change it. So again, you can go back to AI and ask it to change it. It can change it very well. So now this is the output it has created. You can make changes to it, or you can give this output to it, and it will give you an enhanced output as well, right? So it is not like just one time you can use AI. You can even use AI for enhancing the content of the existing products that you have. So it is not just for the products that you're uploading, even the existing products content, you will be able to enhance using AI. All right. So this is where we have created almost all the content. Now all we have to do is to put the pricing details, etc. So a little bit of other details which are required, we can fill them up. Content wise, everything is there. So this is how you'll be able to use the embedded AI solutions to create a good quality product content that is as per the industry best practice. All right. Now, I did mention to you that I'm going to explain to you how you are going to use Chat GPT, and you can do the same thing with Gemini as well to create the product content. Now, to do that, you will need a plugin, and the plugin is Keywords Everywhere. This is a browser plugin. A lot of users get confused. I personally get a WhatsApp message or an email that we are trying to use Keywords Everywhere. We can't find that in Gemini. You will not find, or we can't find that in the GPTs of Chat GPT. You will not find it there. It is a browser extension, right? So you'll find it in Chrome browser extension store, or you'll find it in, if you're using Firefox, you'll find it in the extension manager. So you have to install this as a browser extension. It is not a ChatGPT plugin. It is a browser extension that you have to install. It is called Keywords Everywhere. And I'm going to give you the link to install it. And otherwise, you can just search for Keywords Everywhere. You just have to search for Keywords Everywhere and you will find it. So once you have installed this plugin, what will happen? You will start seeing this options. Please continue, and templates. Templates is also here. Here also you will have templates. All right. Now using these templates, so once you click on templates, this pop-up will open up. I will explain this once again, although you may be finding it a little irritating. So first thing that you have to do if you want to create product content using ChatGPT, you have to install a browser extension called Keywords Everywhere. This is the extension. I'm going to give you the link. Once you have installed that extension, so it will start coming here. This where you will see Keywords Everywhere. Let me highlight it for you. So it is a browser extension. We have installed it. Now, once you have installed it, then open ChatGPT, refresh it. So once you'll open, and or if it is already open, just refresh it, and then you will start seeing below library, you'll start seeing templates, or here also you will start seeing templates. So you can click it from here or there, entirely up to you. Once you click on it, it will open this pop-up. On this pop-up, there are three drop downs. The first one is choose category, and this is where we have to choose to create product content. We have to choose SEO, which is search engine optimization. Then in the second drop down, we have to select e-commerce SEO, and then we have product description generator. So SEO, e-commerce SEO, and in the third drop down, product description generator. And then you have the language, voice tone, and writing style. So voice tone, professional is something that I like personally, but it is entirely your choice. There are many, many options available. You can change it as per your requirement. The next is writing style. So I personally like informative. I also like creative and persuasive. I typically use informative and persuasive, but most of the time I will use professional and informative. That is the best combination I personally feel. All right. So once you have done these selections, then this is where we have to briefly describe the product. So I'm going to just copy the information which we had created, or let's just give it a product title only. All right, so we are giving it the product title only, organic basmati rice. Now, words, headings, keywords, you can keep them at default, and then click on execute template. And this is where AI is going to do its magic, and it is going to create the content for us. This is where you can see it has created the content. So this is where you can use one paragraph for summary description and two paragraphs for long description. Now, underneath here, you will notice that it has given us five H1s, which is the product title. So it has given us five options for the product's title, which we can decide and choose. And then it has also shown us which are the product keywords that it has used. And then you have the meta title and description. So almost all the content that we needed product title, we needed summary description, we needed long description, and we need meta title, and we needed meta description. All that is also created here, but obviously it is not designed or crafted as per the industry best practice. So you'll have to do a little bit of effort here, and obviously you have to copy paste as well from here. And once you're copy pasting, you'll also have to do the formatting, etc. So there's a little bit of effort required using this tool, but this is an option which is available. Now, why did I share with you that you should be using this plugin and not just give you a prompt? Because the flexibility that you get. I may be right liking a professional tone, but you may like a creative tone. If I'm just giving you a prompt, you will not have that flexibility. Whereas with this plugin, you get a lot of flexibility. So if you want to change the writing style, if you want to change the tone, etc., you'll be able to do that very, very effectively, very, very easily. If you want to have a larger or longer, more than 1,000 words, you can do that. If you want to have shorter ones, if you need more product title examples, you can change it 5 to 7 to 10 depending on your requirement. And so you'll get a lot of flexibility with the plugin, which you will not get with a prompt. Again, the prompt is going to be so long that you may not find it very useful or something that you can easily edit or manipulate. All right, so this is related to the product content creation. Now, there is one more point, although it is related to SEO, but because it is related to the current discussion that we are doing. So a lot of time people ask me that, okay, we have created this content using AI, or we have written the content ourselves. Our problem is that there is a particular keyword that we know is very important for us for SEO, search engine optimization. How do we insert that keyword into the content that we have created? Right? So that is where you can use the same plugin. You have to click on templates, and this is where in this drop down you have to use on-page optimization. Earlier we had selected e-commerce SEO. You have to select on-page optimization, and here you have to insert keyword into content. You have to use this option. You have to input your content and you have to input your keyword and click on execute, and it will insert that keyword into the content. It will rewrite. It will not like blankly insert it. It will rewrite the content. So that's something that you can do. Let's use that. I'm going to very quickly now, in case you're wondering why am I spending time, although I've explained it, why am I spending your valuable time here? Because this is a question which one of the participants had asked me in the past. So I'm going to assume that you also want to. So I'm just adding 11112 Sela, which is one of the variations of basmati rice. And I'm going to add this, ask AI to add this to the content, which we have given to it. Let it create the content. So this is where you can see now it has added it. So it has rewritten the content to ensure that the keyword fits in. So this is another use case related to product content, but I thought of explaining, although we will be discussing a lot of other use cases related to the product content creation. So far we have discussed how you are going to create the product content. The next piece of content that you may want to create is your business related content. Now, for creating business related content, that is where you have to, in the first drop down, you have to use copyright, and that's where you have an option of content writing. So you can click on it, and then you can use a content rewriter, paste content, and it will and you have to give a brief content. So let me see. I should have something. Just give me a quick second. Already written. I just read a comment in Q&A that my screen is not visible, only I am visible. Is that the case? No, because I can see the live stream. The screen is visible. So there may be an issue with your device. Okay, Mr. Rafiq, you should firstly turn around your device and ensure that your Zoom application is updated because everyone else don't seem to have that issue. So now coming back to the discussion that we were having. So I told you that we can use AI to create about us content. So what I did, I just give it a one line that you are that I'm an exporter of organic basmati rice with more than 15 years of experience, and I could have added the address details or something else. And with very basic information, it created this. Then I asked it to expand it. So from this top drop down, I have an option of expanding it, and this is where it has expanded it. I can ask it to expand it further. So it has created one paragraph. So one line, it has created to a paragraph, and I can ask it to expand it further. Now, if you're giving it at least one or two paragraphs, I started with a one line, 5-10 word one line, and it has expanded to this level. Now I can, the more information that you will give, the richer the information it will create. So very, very easily you will be able to create a about us content using the chat GPT and using the keywords everywhere plugin. So that is related to the business content. And again, when you have created the business content, a lot of businesses who have created their about us pages, they don't have the relevant keywords in their content. And that's where you can use the option which is available of the keyword insertion to insert the keyword and enhance the content which is already there in your business information pages. So this was related to the product content or the about us content that we have to create. Now the other elements that we have to work on is the visual part of it, and that is where the first thing that we will look into is creating the logo. Now for logo creation, we had been conventionally using Canva for decades now, I think. But Canva primarily works based on the templates which are there. Although now it has AI, which you can use for creating banners, in fact, for creating logos as well. But there are other free AI tools that are dedicated for logo creation. So let me share one of that tool. So this is a tool which is called Loka, Loka. This is a free tool using which you will be able to create business logos. So, for example, we have to want to create a logo for a exporter of organic basmati rice. So it's a exporter. So it is now going to share with us few of the layouts or the styles that we like. So I like this style or I like this style where there's a visual image. So I am going to select that. Now, what type of colors do I like? So I like, let's say, the blue color. And so I'm just making this name up, Green Exports. And slogan is optional. So we will skip that. And it is asking us to select a symbol. So star, circle, food. Food is something that we can select, and we can select leaf as well. And what type of leaf? This type of leaf. Continue. Now it is going to give us a number of options. On this page, you'll have to be a little patient. Sometimes there's a lot of uh, traffic, and because of that, it might take a few seconds or a minute to load up the options. So just be a little patient here. And this is where you can see it has created a number of design options. I'm personally liking this one, and this one is also looking good. So we can select it and we can then continue to download it. So you saw like within seconds, we were able to create a logo. So this is a dedicated AI tool which is available for logo creation. Now we can do the very same thing in Canva as well. So this is where we have to select a logo, and it will allow us to select various templates, and we can do the customization, etc. Because this tool has been there for ages, so we are not going to spend our time. I'll very briefly. So this is where you can see the various templates. In fact, on the Canvas home screen also, you can go and you can search for uh, templates, and whichever template you like, you can customize it. So for example, I'm liking this template, so I can change it like that, and then I can download it. So this is also another free option that is available. So if you want this, where the difference is, you have to go and you have to look for the templates, and then you have to even do a mix and match customization, etc. That's where with Loka everything is done using AI also, but you have to take some decisions there. So that is related to the logo creation, which is not a very extensive use case because many of you will already be having your logos and you don't have a requirement to change it. But in case you don't have a logo or you're wanting to change it, these are the AI options which are available, which you can consider using. So even on Canva, you have AI, and we are now going to use that to create banners. So when it comes to creating banners, there are uh, two very popular tools which are available. Something which we ourselves have been using for quite some time is designer.microsoft. Now, this is not entirely free. Every day you get certain number of credits and you use them, but I don't think a business has that much requirement for creating images that you need more than 15 credits. As a small business or as a normal business, you are good. But if you have to create more images, then you'll have to subscribe to their paid package as well. Now, here you can see there are a number of options which are available, which one should be used. So a lot of people, when it comes to creating banners using Designer or Microsoft, they get carried away and they use this option. Now, what happens is This option is also good. This is where the banners which are typically created, they are for your blog articles, etc. So let me show you. So, and let's ask it to create it. So while it is creating this banners, let's use another option that we have, which is social media posts. By the way, if you're familiar or if you knew designer.microsoft, you may remember this is what it got started with. So this was the first tool which got introduced. Everything else came thereafter. So this is something that we had been using for very, very long time. And the intended use case was to create social media posts, but it also does a very good job at creating banners also. So let's give it another instruction. The same thing, high quality. And we are not going to add any of our image, and we are wanting to create a landscape image. Now, why did we use this option? Because earlier this was the only option available, but it allowed us to customize the site. Let's see what it has created. So these are the few examples or banners it has created. So this is one, this is another option, this is another option which is available. Now, we can use any one of them. So for example, I'm liking this one. I can go and I can click on edit. And now if I want to add my own logo or if I want to change the text, etc., I can do all that. So this is where you can see the text, you can change the visuals, etc. Now the challenge still remains that can we resize this banner? So yes, you can resize this banner. The resize option is somewhere here, or yeah, here we have the resize option and we want a custom size. So a typical size for a website banner is 1920 by let's say 820 pixels, and it will give you two options, resize original design or resize a copy. So I am going to ask it to resize a copy. So it is going to now do the resizing. Let's see the other task that we gave it. This is where now just compare the two. This is one thing that it has created, or these are the banners that it had created. And these are the banners it has created using the social media post, right? So the quality that you will get with the social media post is on a different level. That's why we also ourselves use it. So for example, I'm liking this one. This is where again you can't straight away download it because this is not of the right size. You'll have to resize it. And again, in the similar fashion, we'll go and we'll ask it to resize it. So by default, it will open some editing tools which we are not interested in. So we will, sorry, yeah. So now we have the resize option. So it is part of the editing tab. Again, we can do a custom resizing of 1920 by 820 pixels. We can resize it. Now, if you want to change the text or you want to add your own logo, so all those options are there. You can use them. I'm not going to demonstrate them. And where are, okay, so I have to deselect that and then we'll come back and we will resize the banner. Now, this is where you can create banners for literally anything. And by default, it will allow you to create banners for your social media profiles. It has the templates here. This is where you can see it has the various sizes already available. You don't even have to type in the sizes for YouTube channel or for you're doing a survey for your Google form. You need a banner. You can easily create it for your website. You can create it. So there are a number of use cases for this tool. And again, I'm going to ask it to resize and create a copy. Let's see what it has done for the other work that we had asked it. So it has created This one. This is the resized version, and this is the older one, I think. No, it has cropped it instead of resizing. So this is where it is not good. Let's look at the other one. Yeah. So this is the original one that we created, and this is the resized one, which is exactly in the dimensions we wanted. So 1928-20, perfectly fitting banner it has created for us. So this is how you can use AI for creating the banners. You can do the same thing with Canva as well. So let's go to Canva home. So we are on the home screen, and this is where on the top you have different options, your design templates and Canva AI. So you have to select AI, and now we have to ask it to create a banner for us. So this where again we'll ask it to create a website banner about organic organic basmati rice. We have asked it to create a banner. Again, the instructions are very basic that I'm giving, and I'm again doing that deliberately so that you can understand that with basic information or very, very poor inputs, it can still create something. And this is where you can see it has created many options. This one is looking really nice. This is little over the top, and this is like very nice, very nicely done. Although the visuals are of, I think these are for not rice, these are wheat, but visually very engaging. So again, similar to designer.microsoft, you can make changes to it. You can even ask it now. So you have selected this design, you can give it further instruction, add this, remove that, and AI will keep doing the changes, and finally you can edit it. One challenge that you will have is with resizing, because it will not allow, only in the pro accounts it will allow, but still you'll be able to create something very, very nice. In terms of output, you will notice that this is more artistically as compared to what you'll get out of designer.microsoft. But having said that, I am not trying to infer that this is inferior in any which ways. Every tool has their pluses and minuses. That has a few other fantastic use cases as well. One is obviously for your social media posts, and this is something that we are going to discuss again in some time. Next is icons. A lot of time when you're creating a presentation, when you're making a presentation, although there are presentation tools also available these days, but we need icons, and the icon that we need is not there on flat icons or any other icon repositories which are there. And you want to create something unique, you can do that, and it creates phenomenally nice icons using this. This is for generating images. So if you want to generate images for your product, you can use this option, which is image generation. However, it is relatively good with generic products, right? So if you want to create an image for Apple, it will be phenomenally nice. But if you want to create it for a smartphone, it will be generic, or it will not be something that you can use it. If you want to create something which is for reference sake generic, you can create that, but not something very specific you'll be able to create. For generic products like vegetables, fruits, pulses, etc., you'll be able to create phenomenally nice visuals or product images using this one. All right. So I think with respect to the online store, we have, I think, discussed everything. There's another tool called Logo Maker, which you can consider using. And for product images, this is another tool I would want to spend few minutes of yours before we move ahead. Now, let's create a new chat, and this is called Google AI Studio. It's a relatively fancy name, Google AI Studio, but it has a lot of good use cases. So once you have open Google's AI Studio, this is where you will see there are a number of options which are available. So it has a 2.5 image flash preview, and there are different Geminis which are available. So I had been using 2.0 Flash image preview because it was not there in 2.5. 2.5 is relatively new in the Google AI Studio. So let's continue to use Google 2.0 because I don't have a personal experience of using 2.5 or image generation with 2.5, but I am familiar with 2.0, so we'll use 2.0, but you can do that experiment on your own. So here we have to describe what we want to create. So here I want it to create a product image for organic organic basmati rice, and I have to just give it the instruction. It will create the image. Here it is. Now, here the advantage is that it has created this visual for us, and this is a high resolution image it has created. So I am given it a further instruction that this is in a sack, put it in a wooden bowl and give me the image. Now it will again create something. So this is one use case that you will see, that you can generate the images, and this is something that I have also explained to you that you can do with the designer.microsoft. This is where it has generated the image, and we can see it is like slightly edited, slightly cut. So we can ask it to resize it and make it proper. So this is one use case that you have for the image. The other use case is a lot of time we have visuals, but we don't have visuals with all the angles, etc. So let me show you an example. So I will have some product visuals here. So let's imagine that I have this image, and I want it to create a different image. All right. So now I have to give it a instruction, create different angle. This is also a challenge sometime you may face, that you have a model shot or you have a product shot from a particular angle, and you want it to create it from a different angle, or you want it from a different angle. So here you'll notice that this is the product image that we have given, and this is the product image it has created. Same, this is the front look that we have given it, and this is the exact same front look it has created from the side. So if you want to edit the image, you can do that. A lot of time we have to quickly edit an image. We don't have a graphic designer available. You can just simply use Google AI Studio and it will do. You have to just give it the instruction. This is what I need. This is the changes that I want you to make, and it will make those changes in the images. In fact, you want the model to be holding something, a rose flower in his hand, you can even ask it and it will create that. The beauty is a lot of time when we are manipulating or editing images using AI, what happens? The quality or the product visual gets compromised. But this is where you will notice that the design, the texture, everything is retained. So the fabric is exactly what we gave it. Exactly, the fabric of the shirt is exactly the same. All right, so these were a few use cases that I had. This is another banner creator tool a free banner creation tool which is available, because we have already spent a lot of time understanding the banner creation tools, etc. So we'll just skip this, and we will quickly move on to the SEO part of it. And from the presentation, let's try to understand what are the use cases that we have for search engine optimization. Sorry. Yeah. So here we have, we'll start with keyword research, content optimization, how you are going to optimize your existing content, meta content creation, image alt text, backlink outreach, and then for technical SEO audit. So what are the various tools? This is where I'm also going to recommend to you few non-AI powered tools, but these are very, very important for you to know and understand. That's why I'm including them in today's discussion. The first topic is for keyword research, and that is where a non-AI tool that I'm going to recommend to you is Google's Keyword Planner. It is a very precise tool that a lot of professionals use for keyword planning. So you should also consider using this where it is very simple to use. You have to just sign up on Google Ads account. You can do that with a Gmail ID. And once you have signed up, just go to tools and keyword planner. And once you click on keyword planner, it will ask you for two things. I think we'll have to go back a little bit. What happened? Yeah, I think I got logged out from my account. Let me log in. So in tools, uh, you have to click on keyword planner, and this is where you have discover new keyword or get the search volume and forecast. So we are going to use discover keywords and use the keyword organic basmati rice. The country or the search region is India. We can remove that. We can make it any other country, or we can keep it worldwide. So it is all locations, and we are clicking on get results. So once we have clicked on it, this is where it is giving us the search volume. But on the top, you can see it has given us other options to enhance it further. In consider including those. But this is where you have the various keywords and what is the monthly volume. So if we sorted, that's where you can see organic basmati rice is getting around 1,000 to 10,000 searches, and this is where the other keywords which are there. And at the bottom, you have the keywords which are getting 100 to 1K. And what is the kind of change which is happening? So over here, there's a 900% growth in organic brown basmati rice, and year on year is also around 900. The top bid is 19, and the top of the page bid is on the high range is 203. So this is the highest bid which has gone, which is 200 rupees per click, 230 rupees, and this is the lowest. This is where you can see basmati brown rice. This particular keyword also has a lot of traffic, almost the same amount of traffic monthly, but there's no change in the growth which is happening. But your bid is low. So this is more from your advertising perspective. But from an SEO perspective, when you're creating the content, you want to understand what is the kind of searches happening, because you may be trying to add a particular keyword in your or a word or a phrase in your product content, in the product title, or in your business content. But if it does not have any search, it is of no use, because no one is searching for it, and that's where you will not get any benefit. So that's where do this keyword research, try to understand what are the keywords which are getting good traffic, and then you can use that. You can do the same thing using ChatGPT as well. We can use the plugin that we have, templates, and here we'll go SEO and we'll use keyword research. And this is where the number of options which are available. I would recommend considering using keyword strategy. It will create a keyword strategy for you. Get search intent. If you want to understand what is the intent of certain keywords, you can use that. related keywords generator is very important tool. So if you have a particular keyword, for example, organic basmati rice, and you want to generate other keywords, you can do that. Long tail keywords, because it is generally easy to rank on long tail keywords. So you can also generate those using these options. So let's look at keyword strategy. So this is where the seed keyword is organic basmati rice, and it will generate total for 500 keywords. So let it do its work. So this is where you can see it is creating it in form of a table. So where you have category, you have keywords, you have search engine, title, and description. So all that it is creating. So basically what it is doing for us is based on the keyword, it has identified what all you can should have or what all you can create for that particular keyword, and it is giving us 500 options. So from health benefit perspective, these are the search words which are important. The intent is informational, and then you have the title and description as well for the pages. Now you can either create it as a blog article on your website, or you can even have it as a product on your website if that is possible. Otherwise, you can create it as a blog article, and then that will give you a lot of benefit from a search engine optimization perspective. So this is one option that we saw, which is keyword strategy. Search engine, we will not. Related keywords, again, if we give it organic basmati rice, it will again give us the related keywords. So pure rice, long grain rice, etc. So these are natural harvest. These are, and we have the intent as well. So these are mostly informational. Uh, Bulk purchase price. This is a transactional keyword. So if you want to attract transactional or people who are using transactional keyword onto your websites, you can use this one. We have a lot of commercial keywords also, non-GMO rice, organic grains, fair trade rice, etc., etc. So that is for the related keywords. Then you have the long tail generator. Again, works in the similar fashion. Organic basmati rice. Let's click on it. And here you go. So same three words organic basmati rice, and based on that, it has identified all the long tail keywords. So this is where you have a where to buy organic basmati rice. This is a long tail keyword, and you can create a article on your website with this title, and you will be able to rank with this search. I'm not sure how much search volume is there. You can use Keyword Planner to check on that, but it has given you a lot of long tail keywords which you can review. Now, anything and everything that it is giving you, you are not required to use all of it. You can filter it down, understand what is more important for you, and use that. So that is the third tool which you can consider using for keyword research. Now, if you have e-commerce SEO, that is something which you use for generating the product description. For category pages, if you want to generate description, you can do that. Landing pages, if you want to create, you can do that. So again, so that's where now it is going to generate a. So the entire content it has used. So on the top, you have the demographics of the people who are using basmati rice, and this is heading discover the purity, organic basmati and nutrition, etc. So the entire content that you need for a landing page, you can create it. Now you can even have it as a article page and then link it with the other page, the category page or the product page that you have on your website. You can use that. Bulk title and description generator. This is where you can copy paste the products and it will generate the meta title and meta description, not the product name and description. This is then you have local SEO, which we generally don't have a use case. Then we have on-page optimization. So I've already shown you the insert keyword. So this is something which wants you to paste the content. So if you have existing piece of content and you want to insert a particular keyword, you can do that. You can do that using URL as well. The very useful tool that you have here is create a silo structure. Now I'll show you how it works. So again, we are going to give the same three words, organic basmati rice. And for a second, just imagine that we are business owners. We are wanting to uh, export basmati rice. Now, what this tool does is creates the entire structure from a search and optimization perspective, which should be there on our website. So it has, for now, it has given us two responses, but let's use this one. So it should we should have about us page. So what is organic about organic basmati rice? So we can have it as a content page or we can have it as a blog article, and that's where we can cover all this. Then we have products, so that's where you can have the various products, and this where it has given the product recommendation as well: 1 kg pack, 5 kg pack, 10 kg pack, aged organic. So if we have aged, we have brown. So then you have recipes which we can consider, including farming and sustainability. So this where it has given you suggestions on the blog articles that you should create, comparison and alternatives that you can consider. What is you can easily create a blog article around organic basmati rice and white rice, brown rice, etc. Then buying guide, how should you choose, what are the organic basmati rice comparisons, etc. Then export and wholesale, so export quality basmati rice. This is all content that you can create. Now even if you're creating, like, let's say 50-60% of the content that it has recommended for you, if you do that on your website, so it is not just the product content. A lot of people just believe that if we have uploaded the product and we have just started few of the keywords into it, we have done our job. No, you have to create all this. You have to stand out as an expert. Then only you will be able to rank or have a decent amount of traffic coming to you organically. And this is something that will guide you in the right direction and will save you a lot of effort very, very easily. You can create something using the content silo option that we have. So these were the tools which are available on ChatGPT using the Keywords Everywhere plugin. You can use that. Now, image alt creation is another subject where a lot of people ask me that if we have to create a image alt text, so is there a tool? So this is a alt text AI, which is a tool which is available, which you can consider using. But you can create alt text using your ChatGPT as well, because now ChatGPT as well as Gemini support image upload. So I'm giving it, let's say, all the four images that I have. So all the four images and asking it to create. All right, so I've given it four images and I've just asked it to create SEO optimized alt text for all the images. And now it is giving me the alt text. Okay, so image 1, 2, 3, 4, we have the image alt text which we can add. So alt text is basically a description of the image, and because it is used by search for indexing and ranking the images. So that's why it is important. So you can either use ChatGPT or you can use this tool as well, the alt text creator dedicated tool. Then there are a few AI tools that I've recommended here, which you can consider using for search engine optimization. SEO.ai is one such tool which you can consider. These are paid tools which are available. On page is another paid AI tool which you can consider using to improve your on page performance. Then you have Surfer, which is another AI tool, which will improve your search engine ranking. Uh, Next is Quarter, that is also helping you rank better on not only search, also on ChatGPT. Then we have Postager. Postager is predominantly a email solution, but they also have a link building solution which is available. You can consider using it. Again, it is a paid tool. This is for technical SEO. And another tools that I have for a technical SEO, this is a Google's tool. It is called Page Speed Insights. So if you want to understand how your website is performing, this is something that you can use. And then you have Google Search Console. This is a strongly recommended tool, not an AI tool. Soon it will have AI, because even in Google Analytics, we are seeing that there are AI inputs which have started coming in. So that's where you will very soon start seeing a lot of AI there. But this is a tool which helps you understand how your website is performing on the search. How many pages are indexed, how many are not indexed, what are the issues with those, what are your core web vitals, etc. So very important tools for understanding the performance of your website from a search engine optimization perspective. So these were the tools. Again, you will get the links of all these tools in the presentation. So I will also show you, I'm not just making that up. So this is where you have all the tools which I've explained earlier. Then you have lead generation. So for lead generation, the question which came to me was, can we use ChatGPT or Gemini for lead generation? So I'm going to show you. You can do that using ChatGPT as well. So there are a number of prompts that you have to use. So this is where you'll get a document which will have all these prompts, and these are very uh, easy ones to use. So I'm just going to copy this prompt and show you because it is important. So I've just given it a target audience, and that is companies in USA which are importing organic basmati rice from India. And the rest of the things, you don't have to do anything. You have to just give a target audience, and this is where it will start looking for. So this where you can see it has looked for these companies. Our work did not stop there. So now once it has found those, we will give it the second prompt, and it will now start looking for. In the meantime, we'll copy the third prompt and so you can see there's a question in the Q&A, how will we get the presentation or document? So you will get the presentation, all the links, and this document, the prompt document is also linked into the presentation, and we will be emailing to you the recording of the webinar. So in that, we will include the presentation. Also, you will get the recording, which is a YouTube video recording. So in the pinned comment, I'll add the link of the presentation so that you all have the access. So even if you miss out on the email, you can just simply go to YouTube, search for GlobalLinker. So in my name tag, you must be seeing GlobalLinker. You have to just search for that. And in the live recording section, you'll find the recording of today's webinar. It typically does not take that much time, but probably because of GPT-5, it is doing a more intense search. And that's why it is taking so much time. Let's see, let's wait for a few more seconds. Otherwise, we have the skip option available. So let's skip that. Right, so this is where it has done that. It has identified certain companies. Now we will give it the third prompt. So here it has identified these are the organizations. And sorry, please go back to our prompt. Okay, so something went wrong during the way, probably because we skipped. So that's why it was not able to. But it initially, if you saw, it did found certain companies for us, and this is where, in the second question, because it was taking too much time, we pressed skip. Probably because of that, it is not giving us the result. But any which ways, you have the prompt, you can use it step by step. So you'll give step number one, step number two, step number three, step number four, step number five. Six is options. You don't have to essentially go for six, but if you want, you can do that. So until step number five, you will get the contact information of the prospects. Right. So that is a free option which is available. But what if you want to use paid option for lead generation? So that's where you can consider using Apollo, which is a large repository of database, and it allows you to use AI. So you have to basically define the persona of the customer that you're looking at, and it will look out for the potential matches. And because of the AI, the matchmaking is very precise, and you'll be able to easily identify and connect with potential businesses using, and it will also allow you to do the reach out to those potential businesses using Apollo. Another platform that you can consider using is Instantly. Instantly also works in the similar fashion as compared to Apollo, but obviously the database size of Apollo is significantly larger as compared to. So Apollo something has more than 200 million contacts. Instantly has 160 million. That is one difference. But the specialization of Instantly is in the email deliverability. So if you want to ensure that the email campaign that you're running is landing in the inbox, this is a tool which can literally guarantee that, or can ensure that happens. Then you have Hunter, which is a browser plugin which you can install. It will help you quickly grab the contact details of professionals if they are available on LinkedIn. Then you have Lucia. So it works similar to Hunter. It allows you to extract the contact details, especially through LinkedIn. Then another tool that we have here is MailChimp, which is another very old emailing solution. But like Canva, they have also integrated AI, which helps you create optimized emails. So this is something which you can use for doing your email campaigns. And then we have Zephyr, which you can consider for workflow optimization. So, for example, you are running a survey campaign, and that's where the customers are submitting the response, and you want an email response to be sent back to them. You can set up a workflow and automate that. Or there are people who are reaching out to you on WhatsApp, and you can have a Zephyr WhatsApp integration, and through there you can send automated emails or proposals, etc. So whatever you can imagine, literally you will be able to automate that using workflow or AI agents as well. Now, uh, presentation, I deliberately kept it for the last. So a lot of people ask me, can we use AI for creating presentations? Yes, for that you can use Gamma, uh, which is a freemium or a pay free plus premium solution. So they give you a number of credits. I think they give 500 credits. I've already used a lot of them, which you can see here. And if you have to create a presentation, you have to just click on create. It allows you to paste your thoughts. So if you have created a note for your presentation, you can just paste it and it will create a presentation on basis of that. Or if you have a file, or if you have created something on PowerPoint, you can give it and it can convert it, or you can ask it to create it from the scratch. So that's where it will do the research, etc., and it will create the presentation. So I will show you an example of a presentation which I created some time back using AI, and on the same topic, how you can leverage the AI for your business. And that's where this entire presentation, including visuals. So I have not written anything. I just give it as a topic, and the entire thing is created by us. I can do a presentation. I can even download it. So it also allows me to download the presentation. I am not seeing the option here. It was somewhere. No. Yeah, export. So earlier, it only used to allow you to export it in PDF. Now you can export it in PowerPoint. You can even export it as a Google slide and PNGs, individual images. If you want to export, you can do that. But in the free account, it will have the powered by Gamma uh, watermark into it. So if you want to use them professionally, but you can present them here. So if you want to do a presentation, you can easily do that, and all the animations, etc., they will all work. So this is the first one, second one, right? So this is a presentation tool which you can consider using. Uh, Now, presentation is one thing. A lot of time we have to create visuals for proposals, for emails, etc. Now, there is this tool which is called napkin.ai. You can consider using it. It helps you allow, in fact, the visuals that you're seeing on my presentation, uh, these visuals, they're also created using Napkin. So here, when you're using Napkin, I think I am logged out from my account. That's why we are not seeing that option. Yeah. So it will, right. So you can click on new napkin, and this is where I've just given it some instructions like what are the components of online store. These are the components, and this is where it has created it. Let me show you how it works. So you have to just basically select the points or bullet points about which you want it to create the graphics, and it will show you multiple options here. So this is one option that it is showing us. There are a number of options. So it is not that we have to just use one option that it is providing us. The challenge is a lot of time, especially during the later part of the day, there is a lot of load on it. So this is one design, this is another design, this is another design, this is another option, this is another option. So there are so many options that it will create for us. Now this is looking nice. We can consider using or this one or this one, or we can ask it to create more if we're not happy with these. So this is another user design that it has created. There's another one, this is another one. So there are many designs that it will create. In fact, you can even ask it to customize. So there's a particular type of design that you're interested in. For example, you want it in a flowchart type of layout. You can ask it to do that, right? So this is a very useful tool. And once you have selected the layout, it will ask you to customize it in terms of colors, etc. You can customize, you can change the orientation. So for example, I want it in 16:9 or 4:5. I can do that. I change the colors. I can even change this text. So if I want to edit it, I can do that. So very simply, whenever you have to create a visual or a chart, this is the tool you can consider using. So that was around leads and sales. The last one is around photo and video. And that is where we have Google AI Studio. So I've already shown you how you can use it for image creation or image editing, but this is where you can even use it for creating videos. So far, it only allows you to create 8-second video, but you can create a video. So for example, if we give it a product image, it can animate it very easily. So let's try to do that. Now it is going to animate them. So while it is doing its work, okay, because of high demand, it is not working. Let's see which version we are. So we are on. Let's see. No, even this is where it is not working. So let's try this one. So it is good. So while it is working, ChatGPT image creation, I've already explained. Then you have the Gemini, uh, Canva, which you can consider using for creating images, or if you have to create a social media post. This is a platform which had been used extensively. A lot of influencers, if you look at or follow them on Instagram, a lot of posts which are there on their Instagram profile are created using Canva and the free version of Canva, not even the paid version. So there are a lot of templates which are available, which you can consider using. So if we go to templates, that's where there are so many templates, and we can even look for video templates, etc., and we can create them. So this is uh, so I'm looking for Instagram post templates, and there are so many templates which are available. Similarly for Instagram videos, etc., I can like select it like this, and now I have number of templates which I can use, or I can generate it using AI as well. Microsoft Clarity, my Designer.Microsoft is something which we have already seen. It has a dedicated function for social media posts, which we had earlier used for creating banners, but you can create social media posts very, very effectively using this tool. You can also generate images, which we have already seen. Then we have video editing. That's where we have picked story, and this is something which you can use for text to video. So you can very easily create text to video. This is remove bg. It is a solution which you may find very handy. If you have to remove the background of a particular image, you can easily do that using AI. Then you have Hagen. So you may have seen that a lot of businesses are creating AI avatars of their founders and then creating content on social media using those AI avatars. So using Hagen, you'll be able to create your own AI avatar and then create videos. Now, the challenge which comes when you are wanting to create AI avatar videos is that this is where you have the visual part of it, but you don't have the audio part of it. And that's where you have 11 labs. So it is a audio creation or voiceover creation AI application which you can consider using. So it allows you to create text to speech. But the function that we are wanting to use is voice cloning. So using voice cloning, you can clone your own voice, and then once it has cloned your voice, then you have to just type in the script of your video, and you can create the audio here and video here, and then just merge the two, and you have a AI avatar video which is created in your own voice. Then you have another tool which is Synthesia. This is also a tool which you can consider using for creating videos using text. So you have to just give it the text prompt and it will create the video. Now, there was some discussion I wanted to do around social media posts, but I can see we have overshot our time. So very quickly, I'll show you using ChatGPT. There is a lot of social media content that you can also create. So we are again using the plugin keywords everywhere. And here in the first drop down, we have to select social media and then let's select Facebook. So one of the significant challenges that people face is ideas. What should I post on my social media, on my Facebook profile or my Instagram profile? What should I post? So that's where you can use the post ideas. You can put in the topic and what is the audience, and it will create the post ideas for you. Similarly, you can do that for Instagram as well. So it will give you a post calendar or a hashtag generator, reel script if you want. It can create it for you. It can create carousels. It can create captions. So all the options are available. One very important suggestion or thing that a lot of people don't do, especially small businesses, that they don't create a calendar. So here you have a post calendar. So using the post calendar feature, you can create a calendar and it will. So again, we use the same topic and audiences importers. So here, again, using the free chat GPT, we are now creating a post calendar. So once you have the post calendar, you can create the visuals, whether using Canva or designer.microsoft or any other tool. You will have a clear line of sight. So this is where you can see on which day you have to post. So for September, for October, so which all posts that you have to post, what will be the headline, what will be the content. Now, based on this content, you can easily create the visual, or you can even ask ChatGPT to create the visuals, and then you can use a platform like Buffer to schedule it. So you don't even have to regularly go and post it. You can easily schedule it and you'll be able to post. So this is where it has created the entire calendar with the headings and the descriptions that we have to, or captions that we have to add. And we can create, or if you want to enhance it further, we want to expand it, all that, it can do it for us very, very easily. So this is something which you can consider using. Now, especially for videos and YouTube, a challenge that a lot of businesses face is with respect to script. So it can help you create the script. So you have to just add a description and it will create the script for you. It can even create the short scripts for you. If you want to create title or description for a particular video, you can put in the keyword and it will create the title and description. Now, you can give a transcript and it will create a video transcript and it will convert it into an article. You also have the ads generator here. You have the tag generator, another challenge that a lot of people face for videos. If how do you generate tags? So you can generate it from here. And then you also have a video calendar. So if you want to create a videos around a particular topic, it will create an entire calendar for you. And then you can consider posting the videos around that. All right, so I think we have overshot the time already, and we'll need some time for our discussion as well. So this is where I think I should conclude the presentation or stop the screen share, and we can quickly break into the question answer round. I am not seeing any new question here. Uh, so if you have a question, please do add that in the chat, in the Q&A. I'm sharing the webinar recording. In the chat, sorry, I think I just sent it to myself only. Yep. I've shared the link. So that's where you have the uh, I can see there's a comment from some Ramesh for all sites are paid. No, especially around lead generation, the sites or the platforms that I've shared, most of them are paid, but the other sites which I've recommended or shared, there are all free, or they have a freemium version wherein you can use up to a limit, and then you'll have to subscribe to their paid package. I can see there's a comment how to generate the prompts for lead generation. So I will give you the Word document with all those prompts. All right. So don't worry on that. You will get the copy of the presentation which I was using. It has the links of all the tools. It has the Word document where all the prompts are written. So you will get everything which you have seen in today's webinar. So this is where I think, because there are no further questions, so we will conclude the session for today. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for taking out your time and participating in the session, especially for staying back because we overshot our time by almost half an hour. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time, and I can see a lot of participants are thanking me. So I'm glad that all of you found the session informative. Thank you again. Bye bye from my side. Bye.